This is Chris at Art Secret Studio, and today I'm going to tone the underneath my glass with I'm going to take a canvas board and just get rid of the white. What happens with the painting, when you first start out and you have a white canvas, it really doesn't matter what's underneath your glass. But as you start to go farther into the painting, and now half of the painting or 70 or 80% of the whole painting is covered with paint, when you have white under your glass, it deceivingly makes everything look darker. So then when you grab a color, it's always too light. And then it takes me about 10 or 20 minutes to figure out what values are working at this time. And then I know where I'm at for the day. But I think what helps the advanced artist is when they grab a value of a color, they know exactly that value to be. Now, here's the other problem. If the tone board, and I'm going to grab it so I have a prop in my hand, if the board that's going underneath my palette, under my glass, is brown, the color of wood, brown's in the red family, so it makes red colors not look so red and greens look too green. So when I make a brush stroke, then I think that's the right green for the flesh tone. Because of the red, it's actually going to look a little grayer. So the simultaneous contrast will shift the appearance of a value, light and dark, and the color. So I like a neutral gray color. I find that I've never found a paper or a palette sold in the store that is correct. They're always too blue, and therefore colors look too warm or not blue enough. So I like to make my own mix. It's real simple, ivory black and umber. So where does it go? So here's the glass. Here are the colors. You can see how dark the red with white in it, the orange with white, and the yellow with white. See how it's darker than the white? Well, when you're painting something, and it doesn't matter what you're painting, these objects, you won't have a fair assessment. So I'm just going to pull the glass away, drop it like this. Slide the gray underneath. It probably took less than an hour for it to dry to do this. And drop it in. Wow. And now all of a sudden you see the value and the true value of the color. This helps me pull the right color. And it's not too green. It's not too gray. It's not too brown.
It's amazing.
Okay?
Yep.
Very simple.
Thank you.
Let's go. And now this one's recording. Perfect. So it's not very hard. I just take the dots of Ivory Black by Winsor Newton because it has blue in it. And I make 4 dots. And then 1 dot of raw umber. And I have a little too much paint out, so we wouldn't want the demo to go right, now would we? But actually that helps because when I do mess up, it shows you what to do. I'm going to take a paper towel, dip it in my brush cleaner, and smear it. Mix it together on the palette. And I'm really after a medium value. So right now I'm too dark. And like I said, it actually works better not doing it correctly, though I didn't do it incorrectly on purpose. So I'm going to just take a dry paper towel and remove. Am I still on the page? Yes. I'm looking for a white board on the video when I looked up and there's no white board to be found. I'm like, now what's wrong with the camera? And if it doesn't get light enough, you might have to dip in the brush cleaner again to take more off. But usually, just taking a third paper towel. And I want it to be smooth. If there's marks like this in there, I think it interferes with the perception of me seeing the right color, or that could just be my obsessive compulsiveness. Finito. What, you thought this would be some major thing? You can use it? I don't know. Sometimes I stick it in right away. Probably the next day. Yeah, but I made a video. Yay. You know, the question came up, well, why black? Why not a complementary gray or something like that? So, you know, as I take my power towels, which are fantastic, and I did a review on them, they're just outstanding power towels. And I get rid of this. Black is one of the most oppressive colors on the market. It is not a color. It's called achromatic by science, which means it's not a color. It does not reflect any electromagnetic waves back, and it absorbs basically everything, so there's no beautiful color. Well, I don't want anything absorbing or coming back on this palette. So actually, black's perfect. It's just gonna die there, which is what black does in your painting, but that's a different video. Okay. You won't have a fair assessment, so I'm just gonna pull the glass away, drop it like this, slide the gray underneath. It probably took less than an hour for it to dry to do this, and drop it in. And now all of a sudden you see the value and the true value of the color. This helps me pull the right color. And it's not too green, it's not too gray, it's not too brown.
It's amazing.
Okay?
Yep.
Very simple.